Now, this happened in Cadiz, Kentucky. Police say they've arrested the man responsible for these house fires. As we see a resurgence in COVID-19 cases, people are yet again stocking up on cleaning supplies in order to protect themselves. You think it won't happen to you, so you leave your car door open for just a moment. Or you want to heat up your car before work, so you leave it running. But then, thieves strike. They go looking through your car, trying to take anything they can, maybe a gun. And Metro Police are concerned that those guns are being used in other crimes. Many are evacuating Louisiana and other states across the Mid-South as the Category 4 hurricane approaches. When you head to the pump this Labor Day, AAA says you'll be paying about 90 cents more per gallon, the highest national average since 2014. Rabbi turned comedian Jackie Mason, known for his feisty brand of stand-up comedy, has died. Behind me, you'll see the cashew closet, where teammates say they keep over 400 pounds of nuts at all times. And in a nutshell, it really is all it's cracked up to be. As well as rescue crews who sent out a total of 3 rafts out to the home that is to my right, that is in the water here. We're going to pan over to that so you can see it. Arresting a man with several hundred images of child pornography. Just awful. A terrible report here. Police say a man attacked a homeless person with a scooter on the steps of the Ryman Auditorium. Just awful news. In a year of devastation for so many in the entertainment business, having their equipment stolen was absolutely horrifying. As the Delta variant continues to spread, the CDC urges that people wash their hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. And if you can't make it to a sink, grab some hand sanitizer that contains at least 60% alcohol. Josh, that info just into the newsroom. Perry County authorities are searching for 27-year-old Quamarcus Cortez Webster, including in East Tennessee, where many hospitals say they're at capacity right now. That alert just in. Police say that 36-year-old Graham Hart is accused of raping a child under the age of 8 years old. As soon as we saw those rafts come on the scene, we knew this was going to be a water rescue, but you can see the water behind me to my left here. It's just flowing in, and that seems to be the source. We're near the Harpeth River here in Williamson County. Devastated by deadly floodwaters, is considered to be the deadliest flooding event in Tennessee history. Like they're going back out in the raft right now, so possibly more rescues coming your way. Barreling toward the southern coast of Louisiana, several federal agencies ready to respond, including FEMA. Many of our brave men and women were eager to get to the East Coast and help following those attacks. Walking through the interior, the dreamers tell me they're not sure what can be salvaged at this point, but they're heartbroken to see their dream now covered in a thick layer of ash. Offering a third dose for those with a compromised immune system, something they've been preparing for. Just into the newsroom this morning now, Wiggins is charged with killing Dixon County Sergeant Daniel Baker in 2018. A deadly barricade situation we first brought you yesterday on Good Morning Nashville. The Nashville Zoo actually has 3 different types of flamingos, but these Chilean flamingos are taken on walks each morning, and if you're lucky enough, you'll be walking right next to them. Alert just into the newsroom a few minutes ago. Gallatin police are urging the public right now to shelter in place. While many may be eager to post a picture with their vaccination card on social media, but the Better Business Bureau says that you should never post your vaccination card to social media. That they needed this. They needed to make that call and make that decision to keep everybody safe, especially since they had guests over. These children do not live in the home, and we saw these emergency vehicles on the scene. We were wondering what was going on. Today, 2 extremely emotional statements from the officers who discovered Sergeant Baker's body. The man found guilty on all 10 counts could be put on death row. Behind me, you'll see an official marker honoring Timothy DeMumbrian, who took refuge in that cave several times before officially settling in Nashville in 1790. CDC urging more Americans to get vaccinated as COVID-19 cases see a resurgence. I'm branching out over here at Battle of Nashville Monument Park, and you see behind me one of the oldest trees in Tennessee. It's 200 to 300 years old. It's a chinkapin oak tree. As you can see, the home is to my right. That is where rescue crews sent out a few rafts to bring back the people who were inside the home. We're continuing coverage on this trial. Today we heard some difficult and emotional statements from Joe Clyde Daniels' older brother, Alex Nolan. Jenkins is set to start his run on March 5th and will end on March 7th. If you'd like to donate, that's easy. Just head to WKRN.com, where we have the full story on this wonderful cause. Just like with humans, doing exercises underwater can help build muscle without putting any pressure on the joints. It can help reduce pain for dogs. I'm going to turn the camera around very quickly here so you can take a look at these emergency vehicles that we are right behind right now. That disturbing alert just into the newsroom. Portland police say Brian Atchison is being charged with first-degree murder for the death of his mother, 69-year-old Doris Atchison. And I do want to warn our viewers today that some of these images are graphic. TWRA officials say that search is slowing down today due to the weather. Here's what we know at this point. The TBI says it's getting frustrated with this case. Agents say they've received more than 900 tips so far. The nonprofit Second Avenue Strong raised $110,000 so far, all in an effort to restore Second Avenue following the Christmas Day bombing. Titans rep this morning confirming the news that their facility is closed following one positive test, that an influx of customers creates success, and that every dollar spent locally stays local. The mighty Harpeth River making a show of force in Franklin Sunday morning, overflowing its banks and dwarfing this home with a family still inside.
It didn't come into the home. It came onto the property late last night and just started rising pretty quickly in the middle of the night. And then we realized we needed help getting out.
Help they needed urgently on Del Rio Pike in Franklin.
My husband and daughter and I, and then we have some guests that were there as well from Chicago.
Visitors now depending on first responders to get them to safety. Our cameras were rolling when crews brought rafts to help bring the family to safety. 5 adults, 3 kids, and 2 dogs. You can see the second raft of people coming out who've just been rescued from this home here, all rescued from this Williamson County home as floodwaters crept closer. They made 2 trips to get everyone back to safety and made sure the children were first priority, something the homeowner says she's forever grateful for.
They did a great job getting us out. We didn't even get wet getting out.
A life-saving service in terrifying conditions. In Williamson County, Alex Corradetti, News 2. They say birds of a feather flock together. That's exactly what 6 flamingos from the Nashville Zoo did at Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. Jessica Knox is part of the zoo's animal ambassador team. She says the flamingos appear in encounters, shows, and events.
You never know when we're going to pop up with a fun animal friend to see.
The Nashville Zoo actually has 3 different types of flamingos, but these Chilean flamingos are taken on walks each morning, and if you're lucky enough, you'll be walking right next to them. Knox says the feathered friends know how to spice things up.
Some have some spunk to them, which makes it a lot of fun. And we kind of went with a pepper-based theme for our birds. So we have poblano with us today, ají, Fresno, ancho, pimento. We have ghost, jalapeno, habanero. We got the whole bunch.
The beautiful bunch walked up to famous musical legends to sing a few notes of their own, even getting in formation in front of Beyonce.
They liked hanging out with Elton John. They definitely like to go in to look at Carrie Underwood and Reba for sure. So they're definitely very curious about all of the celebrities that are here.
An opportunity marketing manager, Stephanie Vitale, says wasn't possible until recently.
Especially because the tourism industry is finally opening up. I mean, it was definitely difficult, but we did the best that we could. It's all about community collaboration, and we're just super happy to partner together on this really unique stunt.
Knox says without their ambassador program, people would really be missing out on these winged wonders.
It's definitely a fun experience.
It was just a really awesome visual to watch them walk around and, you know, investigate each of the wax figures, and it's just a really great pairing.
Learning all about flock and roll in Music City. In Nashville, Alex Corradetti, News 2.